A chapter in Scootergate is going to close tomorrow. We have our witnesses, we have our pyramids, we have our ideas trying to make the world a better place. And I got pleasantly surprised today. I was out getting a dress shirt to go with my tie with my wife, and my mom sent a email to my wife, and it was a letter to the judge on my behalf, and it touched me very, very powerfully today. So I'm going to start cleaning up Project Scootergate here in the basement, because it's time to move on. Like I said earlier in the video, sometimes the strongest thing that you can do in life is let go. But before I do that, I want to read this letter that my mom wrote for me, because this is going to be the beginning of my closing argument, because this says it all. And it says, "Your Honor, Lord Justice, my son is a decent man. He doesn't lie or cheat, and he's a very hard worker. For over 20 years, he has devoted himself to the children who pass through the monastery, trying to raise them up and give them some fun, and now he's been fired for it. The children at the monastery have been cheated out of that little bit of color that he brought to that sad and drab place. Do you read the public's reaction to their children being placed at the monastery? The monastery is a dangerous place to work. People have suffered serious injury. People have died. Some people are so ill they have to have 2 friars present within arm's reach all their waking hours. What happens when one of the assigned friars does not show up or refuses to work with a very dangerous patient? Is the other attendant forced to care for that patient alone for 14 hours straight without breaks or relief? I'm afraid to have Mr. Gurr go back to the monastery. I don't want him to end up like Tommy Monfiles, who was a hard-working, decent man who didn't lie and cheat. His co-workers despised him for it, and he was horribly murdered. In my opinion, this termination is wrongful and built on a foundation of half-truths, innuendo, and lies, and it merits a settlement. Mr. Gurr has banked hundreds of hours of sick leave, and he's entitled to those benefits. Most importantly, he's entitled to the restoration of his good name. I ask that you consider the totality of his years of service, the effort he made to help those children, the injustice of the grounds for termination, and grant him any and all relief as justice may require. Thank you. Mr. Gurr's mom." My mom, she said she's proud of me. So good, you good for nothing cat.